there too many lawyers in the United States? Yes, a pollgraph on debate.org actually ran a study, are there too many lawyers in the United States? In favor, 83% majority rules yes and 17% ruled no. I believe utilizing lawyers are expensive and lawyers typically don't work for free or even a reduced wage. A tort reform means laws designed to reduce litigation. The federal governments have also passed laws to reduce lawsuits. In 2005, Congress enacted the Class Action Fairness Act to address the abuse of class action lawsuits. The law allows defendants to move their case from state court to federal courts if certain criteria are met. In addition, federal courts are typically more friendly to defendants and less so to plaintiffs than state courts. I believe a tort reform is ethical because it preserves laws needed to prevent hurtful and abusive practices against businesses. Are we a litigious society? In the myth of the litigious society, Why We Don't Sue, University of Chicago Press, Engel explores the reasons most injury victims don't seek redress for their suffering, instead relying on their own resources, family and friends, and government programs. Moreover, these people make no claim against their injurer or their injurer's insurance company, says Engel, SUNY Distinguished Service Professors. Approximately 4% hire lawyers and only 2 or 3% of all injury victims end up bringing a tort action. What are the pros and cons of the current number of attorneys today? Why so many lawyers, and what is their pro and cons? Are attorneys good or bad is a key point that is crucial towards the facts and theories. Dean Clark examines the popular notion that the United States has too many lawyers and that this abundance burdens the nation. While acknowledging the great growth of law and lawyers in recent decades, Dean Clark argues that before denouncing this trend, we should first seek to develop a fuller explanation of its causes and consequences. Pro and con. Why do we need so many lawyers if the Japanese do not? The Japanese are a relatively homogeneous people. In contrast, the United States contains a heterogeneity of diverse and conflicting subgroups, the interrelationships of which need to be regulated by the rule of law rather than the universally accepted social customs. Another response to the denunciatory armchair comparativist has to do with comparative advantage. The United States and perhaps some other countries inheriting the common law tradition or some other Western democracies is particularly good at using law and lawyers to help organize its economy and social relations. Japan is particularly good at other methods of management and organizations, such as instilling a cooperative attitude in its citizens. Furthermore, to these points about different conditions and different comparative advantages, there is less frequently raised points that is much more important for my present analysts. This point is the comparing lawyers in the United States and in Japan is like comparing apples and oranges. Lastly, some of those admitted to the bar have gravitated into rather distantly related roles, such as the corporate officer, real estate developer, or executive in a government agency. In Japan, by contrast, the number of lawyers is usually taken to be indicated by the number of benogashi, that is, those law-trained persons who have been admitted practice in court. Thank you and have a great day.